presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are San Diego.
Huge night last night for Franmil Reyes. Not one, but 2 home runs. As the rookies' pair of home runs give the Padres a 6-2 victory against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Franmil Reyes on fair fire right now with 9-game hitting streak coming into this game tonight. Entering the 9-gamer, hitting at .407 with 6 home runs and 10 RBIs during the 9-game hitting streak for Franmil Reyes. On the other side for the Diamondbacks, back in the starting lineup is Paul Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt and the Diamondbacks are all of a sudden in 3rd place. It's happened fast in a bunched up NL West. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball. Brad Hand was traded away around the trade deadline, and you take a look at that trade and you wonder what the Padres would get back. They got back Francisco Mejia, and today he was called up.
All baseball fans, you got to love September 1st and beyond because you get to see the prospects, and this prospect, Francisco Mejia, the catcher from the Cleveland Indians. There you see his numbers in AAA El Paso. Ever since he was traded, his name coming over to the Padres, there was a buzz. This catcher, he's got a hose. He's got a cannon for an arm. He's got a little pop in that bat as well. You see the 7 home runs as a Chihuahua in El Paso. So all accounts, Andy Green says probably going to split some time with Austin Hedges behind home plate. But one thing we always like to see, Austin Hedges very good defensively. I think Mejia with a little bit of pop in that bat, he'll get some ABs and see what the rookie can do behind the plate for the Padres.
Well, tonight trying to get game 2 of this brief 2-game set will be Joey Lucchesi. Been very good the last 2 times out, and tonight looks for win number 8.
These Diamondbacks are struggling. That's very evident. The offense is anemic for these D-backs. And Joey Lucchesi, if he keeps throwing like he has his last 2 starts, 12 2/3, look what looks out at you. The 15 strikeouts, very few walks. And it sounds like a broken record, but Joey knows this. He's got to get ahead with that fastball because he's got swing and miss stuff. Brian Mitchell really didn't have a lot of swing and miss stuff last night. He's got the high fastball up and out of the zone. He's got the curve and the curveball. So, hey, with the way this offense is going for the D-backs, things should bode well for Joey Lucchesi tonight.
Now the Padres trying to make it 2 in a row against the Diamondbacks. Coming up, more on Mejia. He joins the club. We will hear from his manager, Andy Green, about the new catcher. We return. Bob Scanlon will join us next from Chase Field in Arizona. Brought to you by Petco, the pet company. By Cadillac, visit your San Diego Cadillac dealers today. And by SeaWorld. World is tonight's word of the game. Head to foxsportssandiego.com and click ways to win for your chance to win a SeaWorld Family 4-pack. It's game 2 of a brief 2-game set between the Padres and the Diamondbacks. Before we get it started, let's send it down to Bob Scanlon.
Thank you, Don. By now, most of Padres Nation realizes that Francisco Mejia has been called up to the big leagues by the Padres. We've been waiting for that since July 19th when the Padres sent Brad Hand and Adam Simber over to the Indians in exchange for the top prospect. Now, why was he such an elite and coveted prospect? Because of his bat. Andy Green explains.
He's got unique bat-to-ball skills, ability to put all kinds of pitches in play. He's got some pop, as he showed down in El Paso here recently, driving a lot of balls out of the ballpark. Obviously, switch hitter, is able to do some damage from both sides, and it's going to be a nice weapon in September, even on the days when Austin starts to have that type of switch hit bat on the bench as well.
He's a young hitter. There's going to be some aggressiveness, but when you look at the fact he's hit .293 in the minor leagues and has a 50-game hit streak to his credit, the longest in minor league baseball history back in 2016, there's no doubt he's going to put the bat on the ball. Well, speaking of that, there's a certain Padre trying to make it a dozen. Can he? Hunter Renfroe is sitting on 11-game hitting streak. He'll try to extend that to support Joey Lucchesi. He's going up against Robbie Ray. Padres, Snakes, first pitch coming up next right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
A home run, and that ball is gone. A home run for Reyes, his second of the night. 2 more runs for the Padres. Swing and a miss, and down to one knee. Lines out to first. Hosmer with a play, and the Padres win. The Padres took game 1 of the series. Time now for the weather report, brought to you by your always sunny Honda dealers of San Diego County. Well, it's 98 degrees outside here in Phoenix. Southwest breeze at 4 miles per hour. Forecast partly cloudy. The roof is closed for the second straight night. Don Orsillo, Mark Grant, and Bob Scanlon with you as we check out the Padres starting lineup, brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Bernie Galvis leading it off at shortstop. Luis Urias is at second base with Hunter Renfroe in left. Eric Hosmer at first. Will Myers at third. Franmil Reyes in right field. Austin Hedges does the catching with Manuel Margot in center. And Joey Lucchesi out of the 9th spot. Tonight, Robbie Ray toes the rubber.
26-year-old, he's making his 19th start. Boy, if they ever needed a good start from their staff, it is tonight. The Diamondbacks are reeling And there's the fastball from Robbie Ray, 54% of the time. They also throw a slider and a slow curveball. Oh, yeah, and I forgot, he's a grunter, right?
That's right, we can hear him from here.
Yeah.
96 miles per hour in that fastball that he blows by Galvis. Jumps ahead here 0-2. 237, 11 homers, 58 runs batted in for Freddie. Fouls it back to the screen. The Diamondbacks looking to avoid their first 5-game losing streak since they lost a season high 7 consecutive games back in May. They've scored exactly 2 runs and recorded 5 hits in each of these 4 losses. Also lost 8 of their last 11 games, scoring just 25 runs during that time. That was close. We called a ball.
Gonna have to keep an eye on the strike zone tonight. Will that low strike be called? Todd Titchener behind the plate calling balls and strikes.
Evens up at 2-2. Luis Urias waits on deck for the Padres. They bat here in the top of the first inning. Alternate blues on the road tonight. Foul down the right field line, out of play. The Diamondbacks have 20 consecutive games against teams who are fighting for playoff spots. Starting on Wednesday. The exception of the final series of the year, of course, against the Padres. They take on the Braves, Rockies, Astros, Cubs, and Dodgers during that span.
You know, essentially, this is the playoffs right now for the Diamondbacks.
Absolutely.
Right?
They're in it already.
It's the playoffs to get into the playoffs. And it's going to be a tough row for this Diamondback squad, especially with the, I should say, with the way they're not playing.
They go from first to third in the division in a blink of an eye. After spending the bulk of the season in first place in the NL West. Payoff pitch is popped up, foul back and out of play, and this battle continues.
Check out the defense behind Robbie Ray. The Diamondbacks defense brought to you by your San Diego Cadillac dealers. Eduardo Escobar is over at third base. Aaron each of the last 3 games. Nick Ahmed at shortstop. Ketel Marte at second. Paul Goldschmidt at first. Jeff Mathis behind the plate in the outfield, left to right. Peralta, Pollock, and Souza.
Galvis strikes out, chases the high fastball away. Lengthy at bat, but he's out number 1.
We mentioned the arsenal of Robbie Ray. If you're going to miss off the plate there into 2 strikes and 96. Tough for Freddie Galvis. He thinks that's going to be close to the outside corner, off the plate with a strikeout.
0-1 down here in the first. Luis Urias coming up here for the Padres. So far, 185 average, home run, 2 runs batted in. Urias has started every game at second base since joining the club. And he takes strike 1. Hardest ball he's thrown yet at 97. Popped up foul off to the right. Goldschmidt gives chase. That's well back into the seats. The Padres have won 5 of their last 7 games, allowing just 19 runs during that time. Against good teams.
Pitching is key. We've seen some good arms out of the bullpen. Joey Lucchesi, hopefully he can go 6 tonight.
They started with the 2 games against the Mariners, then they won the first 2 games of the series against the Rockies. That is strike 3. Urias strikes out, back-to-back Ks for Ray. 2 down. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
No snake bites in the first. The Diamondbacks lead Major League Baseball in scoring in the first inning. That'll happen next half inning. And hit a homer, ... Or how about 2? Because when the Padres hit 2 or more home runs in a game, they're above 500 at 22 and 14.
2 down for Hunter Renfroe, batting third in the order tonight for the Padres. And taking strike 1. Renfroe thought it might have been a little bit inside, may have been.
Now as a pitcher, I'm going inside a little bit more.
Foul back, and it's 0-2. Renfroe coming in with the 11-game hitting streak into tonight's action. Robbie Ray coming in 4-2, the 4.55 earned run average. 19th start of the year for the left-hander. Renfroe strikes out. How about the start for Robbie Ray? Strikes out the side in order. D-backs are coming up. Starting 9. Steven Souza Jr. leading it off in right field. A little different look to the lineup. A.J. Pollock, who was out of the lineup last night, back in there tonight in center. Paul Goldschmidt at first with David Peralta in left. Eduardo Escobar at third. Nick Ahmed at shortstop with Ketel Marte at second. Jeff Mathis does the catching. And Robbie Ray, pitcher out of the 9th spot, as Joey Lucchesi on the mound tonight for the Padres.
25-year-old making his 22nd start already. He's got the fastball, the curve, and the curveball. Swing and miss stuff. He'll pitch up in the zone. Got to get up out of the zone though with 2 strikes, and then in the dirt for the swing and miss.
Now Souza, who's hitting down in the order last night, in the top spot tonight, has been leading off a few times for the Diamondbacks, trying to get something going here in their order. 246, 4 homers, 28 runs batted in. A couple of different stints on the DL for him this year.
You know, Don, we were talking about keys of the game and not having the Diamondbacks score in the first inning because they lead Major League Baseball with 115 first inning runs. Big key, huge key for Joey Lucchesi to get out of this first inning without any points for the Diamondbacks.
This is the 7th game that Souza Jr. has led off. It's now 4 of the last 7 that he has led off. Keeping an eye on the Dodgers tonight, who are hosting the Mets once again. Colorado and San Francisco also playing. They're tied up 1-1 in the 4th inning of tonight's action already.
Well, you talk about scoreboard watching. I mean, sure, it's September 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, usually September 4th, it's kind of leisurely, casually looking at the scoreboard. With the way this division is, it's almost like every half inning you're looking up at that out-of-town scoreboard.
All bunched up. Well, Souza thought he had ball 4, but instead gets a bad news from Todd Tichenor. So a full count now.
That just set up inside, and it's exactly where it is. 89 right on the inside corner.
Payoff pitch coming up to Souza Jr. And it's fouled back. Souza, Pollock, and Goldschmidt featured here in the first inning for the Diamondbacks. 22nd start of the year for Joey Lucchesi. And he goes around, I think. They check. He struck out. Well, Souza tried to sell that, but he struck out. 1 down. I don't think he was that close.
He's trying to sell it, and you know what? The first base umpire, Chad Whitson, he's not buying it.
Wow.
Oh, that's a big time go. See him go from the shin guard.
Yeah. Well, one down here in the first inning. A.J. Pollock coming up.
Once again, as I mentioned earlier, out of the zone, down with 2 strikes, you'll get a lot of swings and misses.
Pollock has been struggling. It's a .259, 16 homers, 54 runs batted in. 1 for his last 29 in the last 9 games. Sends one towards right center field. Margot on the run will get there without a problem. 2 down.
Take a look at the Padres defense. Brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. We saw Manuel Margot in center field. Austin Hedges will be putting down the signs. .276 catcher's ERA with Joey Lucchese. Austin will be looking out at third base and seeing Will Myers. At shortstop, Freddie Galvis. Second base, Jose Urias. First base, Eric Hosmer. At the corners in the outfield, Hunter Renfroe and Franmil Reyes.
2 down, bases empty. Paul Goldschmidt coming up. Said it last night. I'll say it again tonight. Always
go
good
ahead.
to have Goldschmidt come up with nobody on.
That's exactly what you want the game plan to be. And you know what? That's a funny situation, because with that first inning at bat, you would think that the first 2 guys are going to get some good pitches to hit, right? It's their sole purpose to get on base so Goldie can hit with guys on, and that's not happening. I was talking to Dave Magadan, the hitting coach for the Diamondbacks, before the game, and he said, you know what, it's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen, all of baseball. These players that we have and the lack of offense that this team is putting together.
It's a great lineup.
It is.
Just not scoring runs. Rip foul down the left field line into the seats. Again, they have scored exactly 2 runs and recorded 5 hits in each of their 4 losses. 4 straight. They've also lost 8 of the last 11, scoring just 25 runs in 11 games. Hitting at .194 as a team. That is not going to get it done. 1-2 to Goldschmidt. Fly ball struck well, deep right. Reyes going back at the wall, leaps and makes the catch in front of the wall. So 1-2-3 first inning, done with 1 without a score from the desert. Second inning without a score, as it'll be Eric Hosmer, Will Myers, Franmil Reyes expected to bat in the inning. Robbie Ray impressively on 15 pitches struck out the side in order in the first inning, hitting Galvis, Urias, and Renfroe. Now Hosmer takes strike 1. Robbie Ray 4-2 coming in individually. Ray in 5 August starts was 1-0 with 3.27 earned run average. 0-2 now for Hosmer.
Well, the strikeout is a big key for Robbie Ray. I mean, that's part of his repertoire out there. 120 strikeouts going into this game in only 91 innings. So it's already chalked up 3 this evening.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Hosmer. He strikes out the first 4 Padres he's faced on the night.
We mentioned the repertoire, the fastball, the slider, that's it at 88, and the big looping curveball staying down and away to Eric Hosmer for the strikeout.
Highest strikeout per 9 innings since 2016. Robbie Ray tied with Max Scherzer. That's impressive. Ahead of Sale, Strasburg, and Archer. Four in a row struck out by Ray to begin the night. Now Will Myers takes ball 1. 10 homers down, 31 runs driven in, 252 average. Evens up at 1-1. There's that 97 again, and it was up. Robbie Ray's last start against the Dodgers on Thursday allowed just 1 run and 5 1/3. Struck out 9. It was a 3-1 Arizona win. Missing down and in, falling behind 3-1.
I would classify Robbie Ray as one of those pitchers who is max effort. You agree, Donnie?
Yes, I would.
Yeah. He's redlining it, man. Every pitch. Some guys got the nice, easy, fluid motion, arm delivery smooth, and it's not that they're not trying.
To right field, Souza Jr. on the move. Will get there. A little leap at the end, right in front of the warning track. For out number 2. Time now for the tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks.
How about Franmil Reyes last night, crushing mistakes? He wants it down and away, but Godley lets it leak. Middle in, it's up and it's into the buffet. And then, how about the breaky ball that he wants down and away? Oh, you hanging? And what will they do? They will bang him. And he does just that, going deep to left center field. Our tools of the trade. Franmil Reyes crushing mistakes.
2 down, 5 in a row retired by Robbie Ray. 9-game hitting streak for Franmil Reyes. 261, 15 homers, 23 runs batted in. 11 for 27 during this current streak. And down here 0-2 as he takes a little stroll out of the box. Well, players with multi-home run games this year for the Padres. Villanueva twice. Myers, Renfroe, and Reyes doing it here last night. A little bit outside, 1-2.
Did you see Robbie Ray on that? He actually motioned to the umpire like, hey, was that outside? Was that outside? It was in the other batter's box.
A little bit.
Oh my gosh.
Well, when you're Robbie Ray and you throw strikes, you expect to get strikes called.
Yeah, but come on. That was like 3.5 baseballs, maybe 4 off the plate.
And struck out the first 4 tonight before getting Myers to line out to right field. 2-2 coming up to Franmil Reyes. Full count. Reyes has homered in 3 of his last 5 games. This 9-game hitting streak, career high for him. This time has been up a full month since August the 4th. And he grounds one towards short. Nick Ahmed coming in. Throw in time, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Robbie Ray. Inning and a half done without a score from Arizona.
Backs Joey Lucchese going out for his second inning of work, and he's been absolutely outstanding in his last 2 outings. Only 3 earned runs total allowed. What is the reason? Well, according to him, it's because he's improved his release point. He was giving away pitches previously where his breaking ball was at one slot and he was lowering his arm slot on the fastball. But in talking to Darren Balsley, it wasn't actually an arm slot adjustment. It was his entire body was getting lower on the fastball. He was getting too deep on his back leg when throwing fastball. So he's trying to stay tall. It's improved his release point. It's more consistent and made it tougher on the hitters. Guys, let's hope he stays tall and gets some outs tonight. Back up to you.
All right, Scan, I got a question for you. Tall pitchers, why is it so hard to keep their mechanics going since you were a tall pitcher?
Because there's a lot of us. There's a lot of elbows. There's a lot of knees. There's a lot of just movement. And anytime you do something just a little bit off, it gets exaggerated because your levers are so much longer than the smaller guy. The smaller guys usually get their mechanics sooner. They keep them more consistently done. But when the big guys get them, now we've got more leverage. It's just one of those things where, hey, there's a lot that can go wrong real quick.
All right. Yeah, I remember playing with Randy Johnson with the Mariners in 1992, and that's when he kind of turned it around a little bit. I mean, Randy always had the good stuff coming up with the Expos. Very wild, and like Bob mentioned, tall, what, 6'10" maybe, right? The big unit, and then once he got everything in sync, a lot of moving parts, as Bob said, but once he got it all in motion and working in sync, next stop, Hall of Fame.
We had him on here earlier this year. Joined us here in the booth.
Yep.
Eduardo Escobar. 274 coming in. It's time spent with the Minnesota Twins and now the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Got a liberal strike zone tonight.
Yep.
Strike zone starting to swell a little bit.
Up and away, 2-1 here to Escobar with Nick Ahmed waiting on deck. Casey's retired the first 4 that he's faced in tonight's game. 1 strikeout. Inside, 3-1. Casey won his last start against the Mariners on Wednesday. Just 1 run over 6 2/3, struck out 9 Mariners along the way. Full count now.
Wow, 2-2. That ball's a bouncer, and Escobar's all over it. Boy, out of the hand, Escobar is saying, I'm going to get a piece of that. Not even close. Got to throw him another one, don't you think?
We'll see. Full count.
Looks like a fastball in right here.
And that one misses for ball 4. Down to first base goes Escobar. First base runner to reach for the Diamondbacks. Nick Ahmed coming up here, and he's got not 1 but 2 home runs off of Casey this year. 2 of the 16 home runs for the Diamondbacks shortstop.
One was a breaking ball, it was a hanger, and that was a fastball that just caught too much of the plate, down and in, and Ahmed just threw the head, dropped the head for the home run.
1 out, 1 on. Ahmed, 16 home runs we mentioned. He's got 59 RBIs, along with the 240 average. Escobar back to first. Some tough numbers for Lucchese against the Diamondbacks. 0-4 with a 7.71 earned run average in 4 starts against the Diamondbacks. He is 7-3 with a 2.70 ERA against the rest of Major League Baseball. So the Diamondbacks been a real problem for him.
So he's snake bit against this team.
Yeah. Here are the numbers. 4 starts against the D-backs. They're hitting at 307 against him.
Well, we know that this crazy game of baseball can turn just like that. Snap a finger, right? He could twirl a jump tonight. Going to the 6th.
1 pitch to Ahmed. To right center field, struck pretty well. Margot headed back towards the warning track, and he won't get there. Jumps up off the wall. Trying to score from first is Escobar. Throw will come plateward. It's up the line, run in. And to third goes Ahmed as the Diamondbacks strike first, take a 1-0 lead.
Remember we showed you the 2 home runs off the bat of Nick Ahmed? One was the breaking ball in the zone, speeds up his bat, gone. One was a fastball about knee high, inner third of the plate, gone. This one catches way too much of the plate. Manuel Margot on his horse can't come up and get it, just out of his reach. Now Escobar ran through a stop sign. Tony Perez-Chica had both hands up. He says, I'm blowing that stop sign. Write me a ticket if you want. And Ahmed into third with the triple.
Infield in all the way around, and a first pitch strike here to Ketel Marte. Nick Ahmed with a triple to drive in a run. Marte hits a .248, 10 homers, 45 runs batted in.
You know, I don't know if you saw it, Don, but Tony Perez-Chica was out of the coach's box, both hands up, and Escobar's thinking, you know what, dude? With our lack of production, we need runs. I'm going to take a risk and run through that stop sign.
He scored just fine.
Yes, he did.
Wants to throw well up the line. Well, the Diamondbacks trying to add on here in the second inning. Already on top 1-0. Marte now. Mathis next. Inside, 3-1. Casey started the night by retiring the first 4 that he faced. A 1-out walk to Escobar, then the triple by Ahmed.
Well, these are the counts that Joey has to avoid. Guarantee you that his success is based on being 0-2, 1-2, avoiding the 2-0 and 3-1 count.
High fly ball to left field. Renfroe moving back, shy of the warning track. Will make the catch. Ahmed tags third and heads home without a problem. Diamondbacks take a 2-0 lead, this time on a sac fly by Ketel Marte. Two-0 Arizona, 2 down. Jeff Mathis coming up. Mathis 2:15 coming in. Line towards the gap in right center. Margot dives and can't catch it. Off the end of the glove, it kicks to Reyes. And the second base goes Mathis with a double. Oh, so close, and a great bit out there by Manuel Margot, but right off the top of the glove.
What a great effort by Manuel. Off the right-handed bat of Mathis, that ball's going to be slicing. And just off the top of the glove, the webbing. Good effort, Manuel. And Reyes backing up nicely, splitting that gap there to hold him to that double.
2 down. Mathis at second. The pitcher, Robbie Ray. 3 hits on the year and 32 at bats for Robbie Ray. Scott foul off to the left out of play. Fifth major league season, a 175 average for Robbie Ray. His team has gotten him 2 runs here so far. This bottom of the second inning for the Diamondbacks. 0-2.
He's got a home run on his resume, 2016 for Robbie Ray. Pretty good hack right there. Going into this year, 27 hits. So tack on the hits he's got this year. Not bad.
in the dirt and smothered by Hedges. No advance at second base for Mathis. Time now with a Kia drive to success. Well, strikeouts by rookies. Joey Lucchesi at 114. Tom Flaherty, the St. Louis Cardinals, leading in that category with 154, far and away. We've seen lots of Walker Buehler this year for the Dodgers.
Gets that high fastball with 2 strikes and that churn down in the dirt. A lot of swings and misses.
There's a swing and a miss, and striking out is Robbie Ray to end the inning. But the Diamondbacks get a pair, take a 2-0 lead to the third.
Where he's over top of the baseball. And what I mean by that is that he's not hitting away from his chest, he's not away from home plate. He's actually got his chest involved with the swing, which keeps your head down to the zone longer. He's thinking about hitting the ball hard up the middle. He knows that when he starts twisting off a little bit too much, he'll pop up some balls, he'll swing underneath a lot of baseballs, and knowing that if he stays to the middle of the field on every at bat, on all of his flips and all of his he does with BP, he knows his barrel stays to the zone longer.
As Padres hitting coach Matt Stairs talking about Austin Hedges, who's leading off the inning. Austin with a big hit last night, the 2-run single to open up that ball game. He's hit safely in 7 of his last 8, and Andy Green has really gone out of his way to acknowledge the changes that Austin has made at the plate. We've seen it, and the interesting, guys, how just a little bit of a posture change can not only change the path of your bat through the zone, as Matt was explaining, but Don and Mud, the thing that I've really been impressed about with Austin as well is how steady his head has been. You watch when he takes a swing, he is locked in on that pitch. I think it's made a huge difference for him, guys.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. This one fouled back to the screen.
Those are some great points, and it's amazing to me how guys in the middle of the season can make an adjustment like that, because it's not going to be overnight, you would say, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember Gary Matthews. Remember Gary Matthews, Sarge?
Yes, sure.
I'm kind of dating myself, but back in the 70s and 80s. But
he did Phillies games too.
Yeah,
on TV.
But he had a philosophy to where, you know, as Matt Stairs and a lot of hitting coaches think about, big part of the field, right? Because if you're a right-handed hitter and you're a little late, well, you know what, guess what? You're going to hit with authority to right center. If you're out in front just a little bit, well, you know what? You're going to be out in left center field a little bit. And there's going to be times when you're off the baseball and you're really late, but if that's your main focus, you make those little adjustments, that's the route you take.
Fifth strikeout for Robbie Ray as Hedges strikes out here for the first out of the third inning. And it'll bring up Manuel Margot. 5 Ks for Robbie Ray. 5 of the first 7 down by way of the K. There's Margot. 257 homers and 43 runs batted in. Fouled back to the screen, still 0-2. Margot now, Lucchese coming up next. Center fielder A.J. Pollock over towards right center. A gap out in left center field. And Margot strikes out, make it 6 strikeouts. The first 8 hitters.
MLB At Bat is your #1 app to watch live Padres baseball. Customize your experience, catch every moment this season. Get Padres home screen icons, features such as MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today. Seems like Robbie Ray is on a mission, huh?
Yeah, he is. He's tied the first 8, 5 of them on strikeouts. Now dealing with Joey Lucchese, 2 for 29 at the plate. In his first season in the big leagues at 069. Struck out 9 in his last outing. It's against the LA Dodgers on Thursday. Jumps ahead here, 1-2. Bouncing in, not close. Diamondbacks have won both of Ray's starts against the Padres this year. Allowed 7 runs in just 8 2/3 innings. Not factor in either decision against San Diego. 4-4 in his career against the Padres, 11 starts. Casey grounds one back off of him and changed direction. Ahmed's got it. Throws him out at first base. Through 2.5, Diamondbacks have a 2-0 lead from Arizona. At Chase Field in Arizona. Time now for the Valley View Casino trivia question.
I love trivia.
Joey Lucchese passed the 100 innings mark for the season in his last start. Named the last Padres rookie pitcher to toss at least 150 innings in a season. Tweet us your answers by the end of the inning using hashtag Valley View Trivia.
Can we answer Ryan Klesko on this one?
I don't think we can. I don't think he pitched that I'm aware of anyway.
I'm thinking, I don't know the answer to this one, but the 2 guys that come to mind are Jake Peavy and Joey Hamilton.
We'll have to find out. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
So far, we don't know this. Robbie Ray's been outstanding in this game.
Oh my gosh, he is very aggressive with his fastball. He's throwing the breaking ball up there. But as I mentioned last half inning, seems like that he is on a mission. wants to stop this Diamondbacks losing streak.
Top of the order for the Diamondbacks here in the third inning. Steven Souza Jr. A strikeout victim in the first inning. 1 of 2 Ks for Joey Lucchesi. Seven for 22 last 6 games while the Diamondbacks have struggled. Souza offensively has been pretty good at .318. Strike 2. High strike from Joey Lucchesi.
This is where Joey Lucchesi can now expand the strike zone with the fastball up out of the zone, the curve down in the zone, the curveball. Looks like a fastball in right here.
Souza, Pollock, and Goldschmidt anticipated here in the third inning. Fastball coming up in here. Well, they may change it up now.
Curve.
And it is drilled to deep left center field. Back goes Margot onto the track to make the catch in front of the wall. Good running catch. Way out there by the 413 marker in deep left center field. A lot of ballparks that is gone, but not here.
And the sound of that ball, I thought this ball had a chance to get out of here. Manuel Margot gets a good jump on it. Let's go back to the curve. It was a hanger. It caught a lot of the zone. He wanted this one out of the zone for swing and miss. Right into the swing path of Souza. Now the race is on. Manuel Margot pulls the cord. Out comes the parachute to make the catch.
One down for A.J. Pollock. Lined out to Margot in center field first time up. And he's been busy in this game already. Now Jets out to 413 in left center and in right center. Straightaway center at 407. It's one hit in his last 30 at bats for A.J. Pollock.
Swing pitch right here. You want to go 1-2 rather than 2-1. Let's see if Joey gets that strike.
He does.
Very nice.
th pitch of the night coming up for Joey Lucchesi. We have one down here in the third inning. Paul Goldschmidt waiting on deck. Diamondbacks batting here in the bottom of the third inning. Already with a 2-0 advantage. Swing and a miss, and Pollock strikes out. Third K for Lucchesi. 2 down. Struggles continue for A.J. Pollock.
Yeah, why throw a fastball? Why throw a strike at that? Out in front of it. Good depth to that breaky ball. Gets Pollock.
Strike one to Goldschmidt, who flied out to the warning track in right field in the first inning. 0 for 1. I feel a Churve tutorial coming up.
Do you?
I do. I have that feel. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Is it more than a feeling?
It's more than a feeling. I see next door your
Are you like kind of trying to, tease a Sheriff tutorial, but yet, hey, well, that's 2 strikes, 2 outs.
2 outs. Sorry, it's canceled. That's what I wanted. But I saw your mentor next door, Bob Brenly, doing it, so I figured it was only a matter of time before you did it. Swing and a miss, and Goldschmidt strikes out. Back-to-back Ks for Lucchesi. A 1-2-3 third inning, a 2-0 Diamondbacks lead. Game night brought to you by SeaWorld San Diego. Play along to the 4th inning. 2-0 Diamondbacks have the lead. Top of the Padres order coming up. Freddie Galvis, Luis Urias, and Hunter Renfroe scheduled to bat in the inning. 6 strikeouts to the first 9 hitters for Robbie Ray.
Don, remember we were talking about last inning when Robbie Ray was on the hill, and how he's on a mission. I mean, he's just aggressive. I mean, with the fastball, all quadrants of that strike zone. There's a breaking ball there. His season high for miles per hour on the fastball, 94.7. That was against Texas. Tonight, it's 96. So he's put a little bit more extra on that fastball.
There's strike 3, make it 7 strikeouts. Galvis goes for the 2nd time tonight, this time looking.
Well, the Padres are going to have to find some way to try to just put the ball in play. I mean, if it's a grounder for an out, so be it. But nothing's going to be happening with the strikeout. There's a well-placed fastball. That's a miss by Ray. But Freddie Galvis is looking for totally something different. He wanted that fastball away. It was 95 in for the called strike 3.
One down here in the 4th inning. Luis Urias struck out looking and takes strike 1. Urias so far hitting at 179 in the big leagues. Padres have tomorrow off, and then it is to Cincinnati. Up and away, 2-1. Padres actually using the off day tomorrow to make the trip to Cincinnati.
You like Cincinnati?
I do.
Oh, it's great. People are great. Great tradition. Red legs, right?
Strike 2. Urias doesn't like it at all.
Really good pitch at 97 from Robbie Ray. Good downward plane, just pummeling that knee-high strike. Good pitch.
Bouncing in, full count. 10 hitters faced for Robbie Ray. 7 strikeouts to this point of the game. His offense has grabbed him 2 runs so far. Lead it 2-0. He's now thrown 50 pitches in his outing. The off pitch to Urias coming up. And a fly ball headed out towards left center field. On the move is Pollock. Still going and diving out there in left center field to make the catch. Wow, Robbie Ray appreciates that grab. A.J. Pollock went a long way and then still went diving to grab that and rob Urias.
If you are a baseball fan, you have to stand up and clap at this effort. A.J. Pollock was on the first base side of second base, and he had to go all that way to make the backhanded grab. That's a big league play.
So while he has struggled mightily offensively, defensively, outstanding still.
He's got a gold label on that Rawlings glove of his as well.
Hunter Renfroe takes ball 1. He struck out in the first inning. Skips in 2-0. 11-game hitting streak for Hunter coming in. 16 for 46, the hard numbers. 348 average. 5 homers, 11 RBIs. Currently the longest active hit streak in the National League going right now. Renfroe gets under this, lifts the fly ball to center field. Easier play for A.J. Pollock this time. And he handles out number 3. 12 up, 12 down against Robbie Ray. 2-0 D-backs. Arizona 56 home runs off left-handed pitching. Paul Goldschmidt leading that category with 10. Nick Ahmed with 8. David Peralta with 7. Pollock 7. Tel Marte with 6. It's David Peralta leads it off here in the 4th inning. And takes strike 1.
This Diamondback team collectively 8th in the National League in the home run category. When you're talking about the long one.
Back at Lucchesi, and he makes the catch in the air. Return to sender. One down.
Hockey suit, glove safe, and a beauty. And Joey, let's take a look. Isolate Joey Lucchese. And yeah, his glove's right there.
One down here in the fourth inning brings up Eduardo Escobar. Walked in the second, came around to score the first run of the game. Meanwhile, the Mets have a 2-0 advantage over the Dodgers. And the Giants have a 2-1 lead over Colorado. Strike two.
That's a strike.
Casey's allowed just 2 hits so far. Double by Ahmed. Triple by Ahmed. Double by Jeff Mathis. 0-2 pitch. Very high. 1-2. Second time through here for Joey Lucchese, this Diamondbacks order. Interesting to see if he gets a chance to go third time through. Opponents are hitting at .357 against him third time through the order. It's the third highest, behind only Homer Bailey and Marco Estrada in that category. .50 pitches on the night for Lucchese so far, and a 2-2 coming up to Escobar. Line and caught third base by Myers. So a couple of hot shots, but right at people. One at Joey Lucchese, one at Will Myers. 2 down.
A couple of Hank Withams for the Diamondbacks right here in the bottom of the fourth. That's why this game of baseball is so hard, and to hit 300, you square up a couple of baseballs. One finds the glove of Joey Lucchese, and the other third baseman Will Myers.
2 down here in the fourth. Now 6 in a row retired by Joey Lucchese. And that'll bring up Nick Ahmed, who tripled off him. Drove in a run, ended up scoring a run. 5 for 10 against Lucchese. Foul down the right field line, out of play. Strike called. He was backing up, and it grabs the inside corner. Ahmed checking with home plate umpire Todd Tichenor. A couple times anyway. Margot playing for him to pull. Center fielder over towards left center.
There's that gap to right center field.
Swing and a miss, and Lucchese strikes out Ahmed and ends the inning. 5 strikeouts for Lucchese. To the 5th we go, 2-0 Arizona. forget this. Hosmer off Robbie Ray. Going the other way, but it's where it ended up. Into a Coors Light. It's a refreshing finish into the cup. They get another one.
Yo, bartender, Joe Boo needs a refill.
Hosmer leading it off here in the 5th inning. And a pitch outside for ball 1.
And with that home run that he hit that we just saw, that's the way the defense is playing against the left-handed hitter, the outfielder. For the Diamondbacks, going the other way. Peralta, Pollock.
Yanked away 3-0. He's not walked anybody. Struck out 7. He's retired the first 12 Padres he faced in a row. And in the midst of a meeting with himself right now.
Yeah, they need to get him in the stretch. Take your chances that way, only trailing by 2.
Very high. Ball 4 and a leadoff walk. So Hosmer on to begin things here in the 5th inning. First base runner to reach for San Diego. And that'll bring up Will Myers.
Third baseman Will Myers.
Myers lined out to right field in the 2nd inning, 0 for 1.
Yeah, he put together a good at bat. That ball was struck very, very well. Nice play by Souza to take away extra bases. Let's keep an eye on the velocity of Ray out of the stretch now as well. Remember, we're talking about 96, 97-ish.
Fly ball sent foul off to the right, out of play. Robbie Ray in his 19th start of the year, 4-2, 4.55 earned run average. He's now throwing 60 pitches. And Myers gets a piece of this, fouls it back to the screen.
Well, trying to just pummel that fastball in at 96 to tie up Will Myers.
Hosmer leadoff walk at first base, held on by Paul Goldschmidt. 0-2 pitch coming to Myers. And a grounder down the third baseline, foul. Very close. A foul ball, still 0-2.
Yeah, with 2 strikes and Robbie Ray liking to throw that heater inside, even if it's a ball or 2 with inside. You got to protect that inside corner and spin on it, and that's exactly what Will Myers did there. Looks like Escobar, maybe what, Don? Maybe a stride and a half and then a dive towards the line there. So he can sneak something if he gets something out in front for extra bases on that left field line.
In the dirt and surrounded by Jeff Mathis. Hosmer held on at first by Goldschmidt. 1-2. 2-2. To short, Ahmed will flip to second for 1, turns and fires to first for a double play. Nick Ahmed with serious range. Gets to that, starts the 6-4-3 twin killing, 2 down.
Well, that hurts. The Padres get Ray into the stretch after being perfect for 4 innings, and he gets his double play and help from his friends, as my partner Don Orsillo likes to say. So I'll footnote that with an asterisk. Easy 6-4-3 play.
2 down. And it brings up Franmil Reyes. Reyes grounded to short, first time up. Jumps back out of the way of a pitch down and in, and a little slip into the delivery there for Robbie Ray. 9-game hitting streak for Franmil coming in. 407. 6 homers, 10 RBIs during the 9-gamer. Hitless tonight, and so are the Padres through 4 2/3. Downstairs, 2-0. Goes around, and it's 2-1. Strike 2. '70th pitch of the night coming up for Robbie Ray. 2 down in the inning. Got 7 strikeouts. Crowd trying to cheer him on to his 8th. Driven to left as Peralta won't get there. He'll grab it on a hop. And Franmil Reyes has the first Padres hit of the night. Comes after 4 2/3 innings. And with 2 outs here in the 5th inning, they get their first hit. Belongs to Franmil.
This ball is scalded off the bat of Franmil Reyes. Good looking swing. Let's check it out. Ray from the full windup. It's the breaking ball, looks like. Foot is down, hands are back, and that is one heck of a swing. A one hopper. Wow. Exit velocity. That's going to be near 110 on that.
114.
Wow.
2 down, runner at first. Hedges fouls it off to the right, out of play. A 5-gamer. This guy's now got himself a 10-gamer. That base hit to left field.
You know, I want to just elaborate on Franmil. He was nice enough to sit down with me for the pregame interview. What a good kid. Great personality, great smile. His teammates love him. It was funny, actually, because he said, everybody loves me. It was great. He's the kind of kid you root for, right? He cares. He wants to learn. And he's just a pleasure to be around.
It was fun to watch last night after the 2 home runs.
I forgot to ask him about that.
Talked to every single member of the team in the dugout about it. For the remainder of the night. Why not? Pitch misses here, 3-1. Padres trying to get something going here in the 5th inning with 2 down. Hedges struck out in the 3rd. 7 strikeouts for Robbie Ray. On the ground to short. Ahmed will go to second for the force out that will end the top of the 5th inning. Halfway through, 2-0 Diamondbacks. All right, Mike and Mark, thanks very much. Here it is 2-0. Diamondbacks have the lead over the Padres. Last half of the 5th inning. Ketel Marte leading it off. Jeff Mathis, Robbie Ray to follow here in the last of the 5th. Joey Lucchesi with ball 2.
You know, with this NL West race, so many angles to look at it. We talked about the Arizona Diamondbacks schedule and who they have to face the rest of the season. You look at strength of schedule, but you know what? It doesn't matter, does it? I mean, look at what happened last night. The Padres and the Diamondbacks.
Right.
The lack of offense for Torey Lovullo's D-backs. And there it is.
They have slipped to 3rd place at the moment.
Now, if it goes down the last week of the season, it's like that, watch out.
Strike 2, 2-2.
There is going to be a serious game of leapfrog going on with those 3 teams in the NL West.
And because the Central is doing so well, the Brewers and the Cardinals, there's no guarantee that you're going to be getting a wild card berth here.
Good point.
Like last year, where 3 National League West teams were in the postseason.
Yep.
Because of what they're doing there, makes it difficult for the 3 to get in the dance again this year.
In the dance, I like that. Yeah. Hey, at least get into the dance. You never know who you're going to go home with, right? At least you got to go. Take your chances.
Payoff pitch to Marte. Up the middle. Urias throws it off the mark. Hosmer knocks it down nicely. Be a base hit for Marte to start this bottom of the 5th inning.
Nice range display there by Luis. First part of the play, spectacular, loving it. Second part of the play, he's got to get that baseball and transfer and then throw across his body. And, you know, the good first baseman, Gold Glover, Eric Hosmer, has to abandon the bag to prevent that ball from possibly going somewhere to take an extra base, but that runner is stopped at first base.
There's Jeff Mathis, who doubled in the 2nd inning. Throw to first, and back to the bag is Marte. So 3 hits for the Diamondbacks, 1 hit for the Padres, as the Diamondbacks bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Mathis has 1 of those hits. Going over again, and this time diving back is Marte.
Well, the strikeout would be nice, but a grounder. Good double play candidate for Mathis. Does not run well. Urias and Galvis bunching the second base bag up the middle. See how close the middle infielders are to second base. What are you doing?
It's getting loose.
Really?
Yeah.
Phone ringing?
1-0 coming up here to Mathis. That's how I get loose.
What were you just doing?
Just getting loose. Isn't that how you get loose when you're coming in?
For some people.
Okay. Get loose. I got to loosen up everything. My throat. Everything. Don't worry about it. Throw to first base, and back is Marte.
You know, a good throw may have gotten him. He was kind of leaning a little bit. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're getting your steps in with your fat bit.
My fat bit.
Yeah, because when you do that, it registers steps.
Yeah, close.
You're cheating.
Really close. I'm at 9,500.
You're just such a tired ass.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. How about you outing me? There's no need for that. Nobody can see me. Lead runner on. Infield hit for Marte. 1-2.
Working down here.
In the dirt.
See, as infielders, you get the sign, you know what pitch it's going to be, the middle infielders, and you can anticipate with the right-handed hitter, if it's down and in, something possibly going to be beaten on the ground to the left side. So heads up, Will Myers at third, Freddie Galvis at short.
Throw over it again. Marte diving back. Popped up. Coming in from center field is Margot. And he makes the catch for the first out here in the 5th inning. So 1 down, 1 on. And it's time now to answer our Valley View Casino trivia question. Joey Lucchese passed the 100 innings mark for the season in his last start. And the last Padres rookie pitcher to toss at least 150 innings in a season.
Juan Eichelberger.
Clay Hensley. 187 innings pitched in 2006.
Wow.
How about that?
That's a heck of a year. Of course, Clay on the Fox Sports San Diego team. Pre and post at times.
Robbie Ray showed bunt and then pulled back. This will get away, no advance. On the grass at third is Myers, and he is squaring now. He went after it.
Yeah, he did.
And foul tipped it. Ray bunting at it again, gets it down. Lucchese's got to go to first, and he gets it there in time. So the sacrifice is complete. 1-3 on the sacrifice that gets Marte to second base. Well, time now for the top tier plays brought to you by Arco, and it's been some pretty good defense.
Manuel Margot in center field. Look how far he's got to go. Feet per set, second 28.1, and the distance 97 feet traveled. The catch probability only 12%, but leave it to Manuel Margot. On the other side, A.J. Pollock, 29%. He broke that one down. Got his knee to the turf right there, but gets up. A couple of nice top tier plays right there. Brought to you by Arco.
Two down, runner at second, top of the order, Steven Souza Jr. 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the first, flying out to the warning track in center in the third. With runners in scoring position, Souza hitting at .371. 2 stints in the DL for Souza in his first year in a Diamondbacks uniform. He was part of the plan here for the Diamondbacks in the offseason to replace J.D. Martinez, which is easier said than done. Framed by Hedges, but it'll miss. 2-1.
Did you think J.D. Martinez was going to do what he's going to do in Boston?
No. Honestly,
I thought he was going to do well,
yeah.
but not like.
Not the way he's done it.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Huge for the Diamondbacks last year, especially down the stretch.
Oh, he was unbelievable.
And part of the reason they did what they did in the postseason. Two down, Marte at second. Diamondbacks already on top 2-0. Swing and a miss for Souza, who strikes out. Second time he's done that in the game, and it ends the 5th inning. To the 6th we go. 2-0 Diamondbacks. Company and by Evans Tire and Service Center. Some of the buy to get to. Padres took game 1, trailing in game 2, 2-0 to the 6th inning. Robbie Ray tonight into the 6th inning, having thrown 75 through the first 5. Retired the first 12 Padres that he faced in a row for a leadoff walk by Eric Hosmer, and had gone 4 2/3 without giving up a hit before the base hit by Franmil Reyes to left field. Well, Mejia has come out on deck, called up today. His previous major league experience with the Indians. Will likely start the first game of the series against the Reds, according to Andy Green before the game. They're going to pinch hit here in the 6th inning. Francisco Mejia, acquired in the Brad Hand, Adam Simber deal. Smaller than I thought he was, to be honest with you.
Small frame, no doubt about that. That's the first thing that jumped out to me when the trade was made. Did a little research. You know, you go on YouTube and you see these minor league reports and stuff. The video is great these days, right? You can find anybody. Sure. So I looked at it, I said, wow. But Andy Green, a lot of the coaches said this kid's some kind of strong now. He's got some pop in that bat. He's got one heck of an arm.
22-year-old from the Dominican Republic. Margot, the big cut there. Full count. His first hit and first RBI a year ago in September for the Indians at Detroit. Margot strikes out. 8 strikeouts for Ray. Second time Margot's down by way of the K. One down here in the 6th inning. And here comes Francisco Mejia. I think his Padres debut.
Joey Lucchesi.
He's gone 2 for 15 at the major league level in 12 career games in the big leagues.
And you know, as the pitching coach Mike Butcher works his way out to the mound as Mejia comes to the plate, you know, you think of the organization that he was with, right? The Cleveland Indians. And I would have to say it'd be fair to say like he was kind of blocked as far as with the talent that they had at the big league level, right?
Yes.
So this trade actually a great opportunity for Francisco.
With him hitting here, that means the end of the night for Joey Lucchesi. 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. He walked 1, struck out 6 through 74 pitches, and on the hook currently right now gave up 2 runs back in the 2nd inning.
And Don, I know you've got a lot of friends in this game, and what's the first thing you do when you acquire a player? You call your friends, you know,
right,
with the other organization. And the intel that I got is that flat out this kid can hit, and really not much more to prove at the minor league level. So great opportunity right here for Francisco Mejia.
Eddie Green also saying that he will be sharing time with Austin Hedges the rest of the way. Some wonder whether he would stay as a catcher. Eddie Green said for now, yes.
Yeah, because he could possibly play a little outfield as well with that arm of his, right?
Sure. Down 0-2, 1 down here in the 6th inning. Already 8 strikeouts for Robbie Ray. Incidentally, there is action, as you might imagine, with the pitcher being hit for here. And that action is Robert Stock up in the Padres pen. There he is.
Stock is up.
Swing and a miss, and Mejia strikes out. 9 strikeouts for Robbie Ray. So a strikeout in his Padres debut. 2 down here in the 6th inning.
Robbie Ray going to the breaking ball, the slider. 95, 96 mile an hour fastball, and the breaking ball there down and out of the zone. And he's not just guiding that pitch, he is throwing it with authority. Aggression.
Top of the order coming up here in front of Galvis, 0 for 2. Galvis struck out in the first swinging, went looking in the 4th inning. This one will get to the backstop. Padres have been held to 1 hit by Robbie Ray through 5 2/3 innings. Ball's behind Galvis, 3-1. Galvis been relatively quiet against the Diamondbacks this year, hitting at 193 in the season series. Takes strike 2. Galvis this year has walked 40 times. 5 short of his career high of 45. And he'll walk this time. Down to first base he goes. The second walk allowed by Robbie Ray. 2 out. Base on balls here.
Second baseman, Luis Urias.
Well, now the 3rd time around for Luis Urias. Walk as good as a bloop. Padres need a blast to tie this one up.
Urias tonight has struck out looking and flied out to center, 0 for 2. I think he may have gone Yes, he did. Ray strikes out Margot, strikes out Mejia in his Padres debut, walks Galvis. Now an 0-1 pitch coming up to Urias. 1-1. Padres have not had a base runner reach second base in this game. On the ground and through into right field. Urias with a base hit. Heading first to third is Galvis. Souza will get it back in, and all of a sudden, Padres have runners at the corners. All this coming with 2 down here in the 6th inning. How much of a reaction by Paul Goldschmidt on the right side. That quickly got by him.
I was really surprised he didn't at least dive to his right. I thought there was a ball that he could possibly glove. That was my initial reaction. Let's take a look. Off the bag. Wow. He kind of stood flat-footed the whole time there, didn't he?
Well, almost hit Galvis, too.
Yeah. Well, we got action. First and third. Nice piece of hitting by Urias.
They're at the corners with 2 down. Hunter Renfroe coming up 0 for 2 so far in tonight's game. Struck out swinging in the first, flat out to center in the 4th inning. Low for ball 1. Here's action the Diamondbacks pen for the first time tonight. Andrew Chafin is up in the pen, the left-hander. Ball and a strike. Big cut there by Renfroe. Off balance. One and 2. The pitch in the dirt. Fooled again, Renfroe.
Well, Robbie Ray's got in his mind, I got to trust my catcher to smother that ball if I throw the breaking ball in the dirt with that runner on third base. And he knows that Hunter Renfroe, he doesn't have to throw him a strike. At least this at bat, he has shown that. I'm guessing another breaking ball out of the zone here.
Renfroe grounds it down the third baseline. That'll be a foul ball. And everybody's going to have to come on back here. Well, 3rd time through the order for Robbie Ray, and so far a walk and a single. His 3rd time through the order. So Galvis back to third. Urias back to first base. Ziegler has joined Chafin in the pen. Brad Ziegler, a sidewinder.
Yeah, there's your ground ball guy right there.
Down and in, blocked nicely by Mathis. Kept it in front of him. With a base runner only 90 feet away in Freddie Galvis.
Chalk up a run save for Jeff Mathis. Very well done by the Diamondbacks catcher.
It'll be an even hundo with this pitch from Robbie Ray. Casey looking on. Still a pitcher of record right now. Swing and a miss, and Renfroe strikes out. They got to throw him out, and they did. So Ray strikes out the side, 10 and all, 2-0 D-backs. Stock into the game, and he came in style with the Diamondbacks cart.
Take me back to the 70s. I love this. '22nd game for the right-hander Robert Stock. Last time out was Saturday against the Rockies. He went an inning. Pitching well against the NL West.
A.J. Pollock leads it off, grounds it up the middle, out of the reach of Freddie Galvis. One for his last 30, and he gets a base hit here to begin things in the bottom of the 6th inning.
I think Freddie's upset with himself. I think maybe he thinks he should have gotten that one.
He hurt himself on the dive.
That too. Let's take a look. Got in on the label there. 4 hopper, 5 hopper, and does the old scorpion there.
Kind of a face plant.
Yeah.
Paul Goldschmidt with a runner at first, nobody out. Will take ball 1. Goldschmidt has flied out to right and struck out swinging.
Freddie kind of testing his neck right there.
Strike called, 1-1. So Joey Lucchesi tonight, 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, walked a batter, struck out 6. It's now in the bullpen's hands. Casey on the hook as he departs, came in with a record of 7-7. As Goldschmidt takes ball 2, 98 from Stock.
Huge inning, big inning for Robert Stock and the Padres to hold the Diamondbacks at 2. We know what a threat Paul Goldschmidt can be.
Throw to first and almost threw it away. Fouled back, 2-2. Only runs in this game coming in the 2nd inning for the D-backs after a 1-out walk to Escobar. Triple by Nick Ahmed scored him, and then a sac fly by Ketel Marte scored Ahmed. It's 2-0 D-backs. Lead runner on for him here in the 6th. And Goldschmidt with a swing and a miss. He strikes out. After all those fastballs, mixing it up with a breaking ball is Robert Stock. 1 down.
Got him with the slider. The velocity of 97-98 with the fastball, and then he pulls the string. Very aggressive with that pitch in the zone, and Goldie goes down swinging.
1 out, 1 on. David Peralta, the batter. 0 for 2. He has flied out to left, line back to the pitcher. Nice catch by Joey Lucchesi back in the 4th inning. In at 97. Rockies have upped their lead, incidentally, 6-2 over the Giants. Are in the 8th in Colorado. That's holding a 4-2 lead over the Dodgers in the 4th inning in LA. Throw over again, and Pollock back to the bag. One and one, and a look back in the conversation here. Peralta not pleased with the call.
It's a really good pitch. Caught the inside corner. It's a slider. You bet.
On the ground right side, Urias will go to second for one, on to first. Double play. Nicely done. The DP grounded into by Peralta. 2-0 Diamondbacks. First 12 Padres he faced in a row, and did not give up a hit until 4 2/3 innings. 2 down in the 5th inning. 10 strikeouts through the first 6 innings for Robbie Ray. Just outstanding. Struck out the side in the 1st and the 6th inning. And a triple by Nick Ahmed. That would score Ketel Marte all the way from first base with the first run. Ahmed would score on a sac fly, and it is 2-0 Diamondbacks on top. Here is Hosmer grounding the first pitch to short. Low throw, but Goldschmidt digs it out at first base. Nick Ahmed handles out number 1. Little help from his friend Paul Goldschmidt on the other side.
Like any first baseman will tell you, hey, just get in my general vicinity. Just don't throw it over my head. You can only jump so high. They can pick it for you.
Over 100 pitches is Robbie Ray, and a pitching change here. The crowd will let him know what they think of him as he heads off with a 2-0 lead. 10th strikeout performance. brought to you by Sequan Casino. Opening in 2019, is Sequan's brand new 300-room resort and hotel. By SeaWorld. World is tonight's word of the game. Head to foxsportssandiego.com. Click Ways to Win for your chance to win a SeaWorld Family 4-pack. And by Tough Shed. Configure your dream building at toughshed.com. Brad Ziegler missing with his first pitch. The sidewinding right-hander into the game.
Well, a couple of firsts for Ziegler. First in games. Now his 70th. First in ground ball percentage at 72%. Why? He's got that sidewinding, two-seam action, and he can get your ground ball. Second ground balls with 138.
Grounder foul off the bat of Will Myers.
In the last 15 games, a 1.86 ERA for Ziegler.
Now for Robbie Ray, only the second time pitching into the 7th inning this season in 19 starts. 101 pitches in 6 1/3 innings. 2 hits, no runs, walked 2, struck out 10. Myers is lined to right, grounded into a 6-4-3 DP.
Tough to elevate off this right-hander. Keeps the ball in the yard.
Robbie Ray came in with a record of 4-2. We each hoping the bullpen can help him out as Myers fouls it off again. He started so well, retiring the first 12 Padres in a row, 7 of the first 12 by way of the K. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up here for Will Myers. And he grounds it towards Nick Ahmed at shortstop. 2 down in the 7th inning.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
So 2 down here in the 7th brings up Franmil Reyes. Reyes is grounded out to short, single to left. He had the first hit of the night for the Padres, and it came with 2 down in the 5th inning. Extended his hitting streak to now 10 games. Hitting his 3rd at bat of the night.
Mentioned also a crucial part of this game is the bullpens, right? Arizona, the best bullpen. ERA speaking, 3.15. First in the National League. Starters doing quite well. It's just the offense that has been non-existent.
And for the 5th straight game, they've scored only 2 runs so far.
That's unbelievable.
Here are the rankings as far as the D-backs bullpen goes. You mentioned the ERA, the second opponent average, slugging, and whip. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Reyes strikes out. Ziegler gets 2 batters he faces. 7th inning stretch. 2-0 D-backs.
How cute is that? Oh, cotton candy.
Kid likes to dance, and
Wow.
one really likes cotton candy a
Wow.
lot.
Oh my gosh, get it in there.
Yes, it's like watching you eat.
Wow.
This one is on the ground, foul. Right outside the bag at first. More Robert Stock stays in the game.
Speaking of eating,
Yeah.
how about the pregame dining where you went full feed bag?
What are you talking
I mean, you just strapped on that feed bag and just chomped away.
What are you talking about?
You didn't get one turkey wrap. You got 2 turkey wraps.
First of all, it was a chicken Caesar wrap. It was not a turkey
And that's
wrap.
how you were eating it. I needed to wear a hazmat suit around you at the dinner table.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's stuff flying all over the place.
Outside for ball 2. I'm not even going to say how many ice creams you had again tonight.
Go ahead, say it. I had 2.
You had 2.
Yeah.
People are supposed to have 1 dessert. That's part of the meal. You should have paid a second meal.
Good ice cream here, too.
Escobar didn't think it was a strike. Slap foul off to the left, hangs it 2-2. Let's check in with Bob Scannon.
You know, Don, it's interesting when you walk into the clubhouse each day, you look at Robert Stock, he's got a little box next to him with wires going from the top of his head down to his back. And basically what he's doing is he's giving himself an electric shock treatment using an accelerated performance machine. And he swears by it. He says it's one of the reasons that he's throwing so hard this year.
Fly ball to right field for the first out of the inning.
Whoa. Scan, elaborate on that now. Say that again.
Yeah, so it's an accelerated performance machine. Now, Robert's been very outspoken about his new trainer that he had this offseason and how working with him has really helped add velocity to his fastball and also command. And it's not just the exercises, but he actually has an electric stimulation machine that he uses and he attaches it to his head. He said it helps him focus. It activates the nervous system. He says it'll last for about 3 to 4 hours. It helps him to throw harder. It helps him to stay focused on the mound. And there's been a lot of guys that are starting to use it. Ryan Madsen claims that has been the turnaround in his career, helping him to throw 100 miles an hour as well. So we're seeing more and more guys starting to use these devices. And hey, Robert Stock swears by it, not only in terms of his velocity on the mound, but his ability to recover. He said, you know what, the fact that I was able to throw 3 innings the other day at 99 miles an hour has a lot to do with this new treatment that he's doing.
Down to first base, Hosmer will take it himself, 2 down. That's interesting.
Wow.
I think you should do it.
Get my hands on one of those.
Yeah. Jump in the shower. 2 down in the 7th inning.
They say it's 10 times as strong as the normal stimulation machine, so I think doing it in the bathtub would be perfect for you, Mud.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
You should do it tonight. 2 down. Tell Marte standing in.
We'll ask Robert if we can borrow it after the ball game. Do a little science experiment. Donnie, I'll meet you over there tonight after the ball game.
You got it, Scan.
Okay, good deal.
Making fun of my dinner. I ate well, by the way. It was a spinach wrap, no
Was
less,
it?
too. Yes, just so you know.
That's great.
1-1 pitch coming up to Marte. Sac fly for Marte back in the 2nd inning. Picked up his 46th RBI. Single in the 5th inning. Slowly rolled, and that's going to get to second. Urias will go with a glove, and backing it up is Hedges right in front of the Padres dugout. It's a base hit for Marte.
You know, that's a tough play because that's one of those in-betweeners where Robert Stock couldn't get to it. Urias, by the time he got to it, no chance for the transfer. Maybe a bare hand. Well, there's Robert. Can't get to it. Yeah, even with a, I think after looking at the second time, even with a perfect bare hand, even flip, I don't think they're going to get him. 2
down, Marte at first, and Jeff Mathis coming up. So that is hit number 5 for the Diamondbacks. So now they've got 2 runs, 5 hits for the 5th consecutive game. Now they have more time to get more here, but that's all they've had in each of the last 4. And oh, by the way, they've all been losses. To the first base, and back is Marte. Trying to snap a 4-game losing streak coming into tonight's game. Time called, and Marte wants to clean himself off. A couple of dives back to the bag at first. This one is thrown away. Marte hops up, goes to second base, and rounds it. Error charge of the pitcher. Robert Stock on the throw gets Marte to second base.
Not a big lead. Wow. That one hit the lip of the grass where it meets the infield dirt. And a free 90 feet into scoring position for the Diamondbacks.
Two down. Marte now in scoring position as Diamondbacks try to add on. Close pitch. First runner to reach second base for the Diamondbacks since the second inning. Ball 2-0. Stock got the first 2 outs of the inning. Escobar to fly to right. Ahmed grounded out to first base with the infield hit from Marte, and then on a throw over, the throwing error by the pitcher Stock himself gets Marte to second base.
It looked like Mathis was right on that fastball there. 98 middle in, looking for that heater. Just working underneath it a little bit. Infield playing him to pull. There's a huge hole on the right side with Eric Hosmer off the bag at first base, and there's that hole I'm talking about.
Three and one. Runner goes for third, pitches outside, throw down there, almost thrown down the left field line. And that's ball 4. Myers was late in getting over. Stealing third is Marte.
Don, you're exactly right. Austin Hedges was thrown to a bag that was unoccupied as Will Myers was on the move. Ball caught beyond the backhand, beyond the bag by Will Myers, possibly saving a run. Wow. That could have been gnarly.
First and third, 2 down. Pinch hitter and Daniel Descalso. First and third, 2 away. 248 average, 12 homers, 51 runs batted in for Descalso. Phil Maytown now up in the pen for the Padres. It's been Lucchesi for 5, Stock for an inning and 2/3. Falls behind 2-0. Hedges going to head out and talk to them. Freddie Galvis too.
You know, it's interesting. I talked to Austin Hedges yesterday regarding visits to the mound. Looks like Freddie's doing a lot of talking to Robert Stock. Now Austin's doing the majority of the talking, but what he tries to concentrate on is like the next pitch. Hey, let's concentrate on staying on top of the ball. Let's working down the ball. Let's get a good slider here. Hey, let's locate a fastball. Doesn't throw mechanics into the mix because, you know, the pitcher's thinking about a lot already. So it's just A, calm me down, just a little bit of a breather, and 2, hey, let's execute this next pitch.
Strike called on the outside corner.
Well, the biggest compliment you give your catcher after a visit is a strike, and Stock delivers.
This will get away. From third base comes Marte to score. Throw gets away. Myers will back it up, and the Diamondbacks add on top now 3-0.
Bad pitch, huge run for the Diamondbacks. Oh, that's a big time miss. Big time miss, as Austin Hedges was anticipating that pitch to be away, and he yanks it into the left-hander's batter's box.
Swing and a miss. Full count now. Descalso, the runner at second base. And Jeff Mathis, payoff pitch. Will have to wait. Stock spirals off the backside. No throw. Stock's been charged with a run here in the 7th inning. Throwing error of his own, a wild pitch, leading to a run here. Full count. Descalso lines it into right field for a base hit. Mathis does not run well, but he's going to try and score. Here comes the throw. He will be safe at the plate, and it's 4-0 Arizona. RBI single for Daniel Descalso. Takes second on the throw and a pinch hit RBI hit.
No, Descalso, he had an at-bat last night. It was a hang with him. It was a line shot to Eric Hosmer that he snagged. Well, tonight a different result. And the RBI helped the Diamondbacks add on here. Not a bad throw from Franmil Reyes.
First time in 9 games the Diamondbacks have scored 4 runs. Pitching change from Chase Field, 4-0 Arizona.
created this phenomenal golf and life skills curriculum that was not about creating the next best golfers, but really creating great people. And Ernie put it best when he said that, you know, golf is the hook and education is the pathway to success.
Inside San Diego Sports takes you to a local inner-city golf and education program, the Pro Kids First Tee, which was started in the 90s by former Charger All-Pro Ernie Wright. Tonight, following Padres Live, the postgame show.
4-0 Diamondbacks on top. Runner at second base, and Phil Maton, the new pitcher, gets strike one.
Last time out for Phil was Saturday against the Rockies. He went an inning 2/3, gave up a hit, struck out a Rocky, his 41st game. More strikeouts than innings pitched. Got to stop the bleeding here. He inherits one runner, and that runner is in scoring position.
Souza 0 for 3 from the top spot in the Diamondbacks order. He has struck out, flied out to center, and struck out again. Robert Stock still responsible for Daniel Descalso, who is at second base right now. Drops in there for strike two. Breaking ball, 2-2.
As a reliever, one of the things you really take pride in is leaving the previous pitcher's runners on base, leaving them stranded. Nothing worse than coming in maybe with bases loaded. You know, sometimes with nobody out, that's a tough thing to do. But with 2 outs, leave them stranded. You know, pitchers are looking out for one another as teammates. You want to try to help that ERA of the guy that was just on the hill. You don't want that earned run to come around to score and hurt his ERA.
Payoff pitch. And it's outside. Did he go? No. First batter Maton faces walks here in the 7th inning. This time Sousa's been on tonight, and it'll bring up A.J. Pollock. First and second now, 2 down in the 7th inning. Pollock has lined out to center, struck out swinging. Last time up, single to left. So one of these 6 Diamondbacks hits in this game. Line to left, and that's in for a hit. Descalso being sent around. The throw from Renfroe is going to be close, and he will be safe. Ball got away off the glove of Hedges. Now throw goes to third, and he's safe there too. 5-0 Diamondbacks.
Very nice throw from Hunter Renfroe. The one hopper, boy, it was right there for Austin. He just could not hang on to it. Did he have it in his glove? He most certainly, oh, and then it came loose. Had it in his glove, applied the tag, and right there, it looks like his hand kind of comes out of the glove as well, and losing that grasping ability for the ball to stay in the glove. Safe.
Andy Green may want to challenge this. Hold on. Out of time, says Angel. You're out of time. And this can bring Andy Green out.
No time, he's saying.
No time. Engel's going to come in and let him know he had no time left. It is 5-0 Diamondbacks. Swinging a foul tip for Paul Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt has flat out to right, struck out twice. Center field, Margot coming in, and that's going to fall for a hit. From third comes Souza. To third goes Pollock, and the Diamondbacks have a 6-0 lead. First run that's been charged to Maton. 3 runs charged to Stock.
Good piece of hitting right there by Goldschmidt. It's a breaking ball off the plate. We know Paul Goldschmidt very well in this division. He'll take that pitch exactly where it's pitched and hit it that way. Good short compact swing, and the Diamondbacks are adding on. The wheels kind of starting to come off here in the 7th.
Phil Maton comes out of the game. Pitching change with the Diamondbacks on top now 6-0. Two outs in the inning, and now have a 6-0 lead. And Matt Strahm comes in, the 4th arm used of the night for the Padres.
Well, Phil Maton tried to come in and stop the bleeding. Only tried to get 1 out. Not the case. Now runners at the corners for Matt Strahm, his 33rd game. He pitched last on Friday. 1 solid inning. Struck out a couple of Rockies.
David Peralta, the hitter. Runners at first and third. Now it's thrown away by Hedges down the third baseline.
Did that hit the batter, or did it kind of slip out of the hand of Austin?
Thought it slipped out of the hand of Austin.
That was odd.
Maybe did get the bat.
Oh,
yep, it did.
Yeah. And you know what? That's a live ball.
Everybody was running after it. Strahm, the pitcher, Myers, third baseman. We're all to the 9th member of the Diamondbacks to bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's been a 4-run inning to this point. Fly ball foul off to the left out of play. On the ground, right side, Hosmer to Strom for the out that will end the inning. But 4-run score for the Diamondbacks who take a 6-0 lead to the 8th. All right, Mike and Mark, thanks very much. We play along to the 8th as Archie Bradley into the game here for the Diamondbacks.
Well, this right-hander is 8th inning guy getting some work with the 6-run lead. Pretty much 4-seam fastball and a curveball. A reliever for the Diamondbacks that comes out and always works from the windup.
Fly ball headed out towards deep left center field. A.J. Pollock back, and that ball is going to one-hop the wall. Pollock plays the carom as Hedges into second base with a stand-up double.
Boy, Austin not wasting any time. He knows the fastball from Bradley. He gets it right down the middle and leans on it. Give me a double. First knock of the night for Austin.
Just the 3rd hit of the night for the Padres comes here to lead off the 8th inning. And here is Manuel Margot. Take strike 1, high strike. 95 from Bradley. Travis Jankowski has come out on deck here in the pitcher's spot with nobody out in the 8th inning. Fouled off to the right, out of play.
For the Diamondbacks, they've been leaning on Archie Bradley quite a bit. Had a previous high game 63 last year. This is 67th. So plenty of work back-to-back years for the right-hander.
Line to center, and Pollock into right center to make the catch. First out of the 8th inning. Well, a tough weekend for Archie Bradley in Los Angeles against the Dodgers. Not one but 2 walk-offs, and he was on the wrong end of them. Matt Kemp with this. Game 3. Then game 4. 2 walk-offs in 2 days for the Dodgers. Archie Bradley on the wrong side. Matt Kemp on the right side. One out runner at second. And Travis Jankowski. Conference at the mound here. Mathis out to talk to Bradley. Joined by Nick Ahmed, the shortstop. Travis Jankowski pinch hitting. This would be for Matt Strom.
Over the last 37 games for Archie Bradley, he has owned left-handed hitters. 115 clip. See if Travis can get on base against the righty Bradley.
Edges led off with a double, still at second base with 1 down. Two-one pitch. And a swing and a miss. 2-2 at 95. Full count now. Bradley taking about 26 seconds in between every pitch.
Longer.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Jankowski. 2 down in the 8th.
Good old-fashioned challenge. Looked like a fastball, 96. Exactly what it was.
Two down here in the 8th inning, and he wants to see his catcher again. So Mathis headed out there again as they get ready to deal with Freddie Galvis.
I have no idea what the conversation could be.
Two down. Hedges at second base. Freddie Galvis tonight 0 for 2 with a walk in the game. Leading off again tonight. Lifts a fly ball foul off to the left.
So let me ask you something. Mathis just went out for a visit, right?
Yep.
He goes back behind home plate. He puts down some signs. Why?
They weren't talking about what they were going to do pitch-wise.
Really?
I'm just guessing. I mean, why would he otherwise? He already knows.
Yeah,
supposedly.
I mean, every visit I've had from a catcher like that, the next pitch, okay, what's the next pitch going to be?
The only reason I say maybe not was Ahmed was part of the conversation coming in from short. This one fouled off to the left. Maybe they'll try to catch Hedges napping out there at second base, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
0-2 pitch coming up here to Freddie Galvis. In about 23 seconds. Up and away, and it's 1-2. Galvis strikes out back-to-back Ks for Bradley. And at the bottom of the 8th inning, 6-0 Diamondbacks. Powered by AWS. AJ Pollock going to get it. 29.8 feet away, 99 feet distance needed, 29% of catch probability.
He was playing way on the first base side of second base. Long way to go to catch that one. Nice play by AJ Pollock.
Rowan Wick coming into the game here for the Padres in the 8th inning.
Rowan made his major league debut on Friday. Has since tossed 2 scoreless innings, allowing 2 hits, 1 walk. His 3rd game. Chance for the right-hander to get an inning of work right here in the 8th.
Wick takes over for Matt Strom, who got the final out of the 7th inning, a 4-run 7th inning for the Diamondbacks. Casey started 5 innings, giving up 2 runs. He's on the hook currently. Stock an inning and 2/3, allowing 3. Maton did not record an out and allowed a run. Matt Strom a 3rd of hitless, scoreless pitching. Now Rowan Wick, the 5th Padres pitcher of the day. Line to right field, and a base hit starts the bottom of the 8th inning for the Diamondbacks. Eduardo Escobar with a wide turn at first. Let's revisit our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealer.
No snake bites in the first. Diamondbacks 3 up, 3 down in the first inning. And for the Padres, hit a homer or 2. Well, not the case tonight. 2 singles and a double. That's where we stand now. Only 3 hits tonight for San Diego. They trail by 6. C-?
I don't grade you. Lead runner on, and Nick Ahmed standing in.
Sorry to bother you.
It's a tough job. I feel badly.
Don't feel bad.
I don't judge you.
Well, I got 1 right.
It's not bad.
Yeah, so I'm saying C-.
Chop foul outside of third. Taking over here in the 8th inning. Pretty impressive in his first couple of outings at Petco Park on the homestand.
Saved some games in El Paso for the Chihuahuas.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 save opportunities. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
It's a firm fastball at 94.
Stands at 6'3", 234 pounds, and at 25 years of age, and he is Canadian from Vancouver.
Love Vancouver. Great city.
Padres get him off waivers from the Cardinals. Popped up, shallow right field. Urias will get there to make the catch for the first out.
You been to the Couve?
I have not.
Really?
No.
You have to go up there, man. It's really a beautiful city. I love Western BC, Western Canada.
Been to Seattle a bunch, but never gotten over north of the border from there.
That's one of the beauties of playing in the PCL back in the day. When I was there, we had Lethbridge in rookie ball. We had Calgary in rookie ball, and then later on in AAA, Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver. 3 really good towns. I love our friends to the north.
On the ground towards second base, Urias to second for 1, on to first. Double play. So gone are the Diamondbacks in the 8th inning. We head to the 9th inning, 6-0 Arizona. Second inning with his triple, would drive in a run. Part of a 2-run second inning on Joey Lucchesi. As coming around to score was Eduardo Escobar. Ahmed would later score. Diamondbacks would later add 4 in the 7th inning and lead it 6-0. We play on here to the 9th inning, and Toshihisa Hirano into the game now for the D-backs.
Well, he's known for the fastball, but he's got that split finger. That's the swing and miss pitch for the right-hander. 66th game. Very nice numbers. See, there's some contact there. Only 50 strikeouts in 58 innings, but still, look at the splits there. .210 against lefties, .202 against righties. Tough to square up. I'd like to see you do that stretch we just saw right there.
Not sure I could get up. Luis Urias coming up here to lead it off in the 9th inning. Urias struck out looking, flied out to center, and singled to right. 1 for 3 tonight for the Padres' young second baseman. Grounds one left side. Escobar, third baseman, throws on the run and in time for out number 1. Time now for Carl's Jr. star of the game. It's the starting pitcher for the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight, Robbie Ray, 6 1/3, 2 hits, no runs, walked 2 and struck out 10. Started the game by retiring the first 12 Padres he faced, 7 by way of the K. They give up his first hit until the 5th inning with 2 down. And he's got a chance for his 5th win of the year. Crowd loved it. Renfroe grounds one foul outside of third.
Yeah, Robbie Ray, his velocity was up early on. He was very aggressive in the strike zone with that heater of his. He was challenging these Padre hitters.
Torey Lovullo hoping to snap a 4-game losing streak coming into tonight's game. Jerry Narron alongside his bench coach, former manager himself. In the dirt, blocked by Mathis. Of course, Ron Gardenhire was here last year as a bench coach for Torey Lovullo, and now the manager of the Detroit Tigers back in the American League Central, where he spent a long time with the Minnesota Twins manager. So Jerry Narron was on the coaching staff last year, really didn't have an exact title. This is down the line at third, and Pick got a long throw for Escobar. He'll get it there. What a play by Eduardo Escobar. It's about as deep at third as you can be, and he is able to get Renfroe 2 down in the 9th inning.
It's exactly why as a third baseman you need a strong, accurate arm. It's one thing getting there and gloving it. Now you got to gather and fire it across the diamond. Gets him by maybe about 1/8 of a step. That's a big league play by Escobar. Nicely done by the third sacker.
2 down for Eric Hosmer. Hosmer struck out in the 2nd, walked in the 5th, grounded out to short in the 7th. Two and 0. Thirteen strikeouts tonight for Diamondbacks pitching. Hosmer grounds one right side. Ketel Marte will go to first. And the Diamondbacks have snapped their 4-game losing streak and split this brief 2-game set between the Padres and the Diamondbacks. Again, the final, the Diamondbacks win this one 6-0, shutting out the Padres. It's time for Padres Live. What's in store, Mike Pomerantz?